one of the things causing some anxiety over at the White House. But if you're the Trump campaign tonight, what is going on in Georgia is a nightmare scenario. It makes the math virtually impossible. And once that state flips, then you have the process of trying to find votes to flip it back if you're Trump. That's what makes Georgia such a difficult situation for him. It's not over, but we are 1,700 votes away from Joe Biden potentially flipping that state, and we could get more votes again tonight. That's a huge, huge deal. And by the way, it's Georgia. It is Georgia.
A state that hasn't gone Democratic
Democrats have wanted this for
since
decades.
1992.
Yeah, I mean, it's really remarkable. I mean, in recent times, it's kind of been the white whale for Democrats. They think that they're going to get it, not so much on the presidential level, but statewide in a more aggressive way. Didn't happen 2 years ago. But considering how red Georgia has been in recent decades, this demographic shift has been almost warp speed in the past several years.
President Trump on Sunday in Georgia, Sunday before the presidential election, believe it or not, said I shouldn't even be here because they said I have it all wrapped up. No, he didn't. And at the rate we're going, Joe Biden looks like he will overtake Donald Trump in Georgia. Although I'm not calling it, and there remain all those other ballots, military ballots and the like. So we might not get an official call from Georgia for a few days. But look at that; it's remarkable. I have to say also, this is exciting because it is votes being counted. It is the experiment of America. It is democracy, and it's not only working in one way.
He's got 2 touchdowns tonight, maybe adding.
Biden's margins are getting better for him in Pennsylvania and in Nevada and in Georgia, but Trump's margins, it's getting better for Trump in Arizona. We're seeing how the counting of votes is really something to be celebrated, and it is being celebrated by everyone except for President Trump and his minions.
And can I just say, though, that I like that we're counting votes. It's good that this process is happening, but it did not actually have to be this way. Some of these states should have been able to count these ballots before Election Day, which would have sped up this process. We're just watching this counting process in slow motion, in part because the Trump campaign pushed back on any efforts to count ballots early so that we could get some of this counting done before we got to Election Day. So that's really, I mean, especially in the state of Pennsylvania, that is why we are, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, that is why we are where we are.
But the governor, the Democratic governor wanted that. The Democratic Attorney General wanted that, but the Republican legislature refused to let them count the vote-by-mail ballots ahead of Election Day. They would not do it precisely because they wanted to let President Trump do this, claim victory by pretending that all these vote-by-mail ballots weren't legitimate.
Counting early doesn't solve all of our problems. Arizona counts early, but we're still waiting on some. That's exactly what I was going to say. But Pennsylvania is a very large state, and it would have helped them to be able to count a little bit early. Yeah, there are fewer voters in Arizona than Pennsylvania, but Arizona, I guess that makes our point. Arizona has much more of a history with mail-in voting, and they were allowed to start, I believe, 2 weeks ago to start counting the votes as they came in, and yet here we are still waiting for them to count the votes. So it's volume. It's by the way, we're in the middle of a pandemic,
right?
And it's not been great in a lot of these states, but particularly Arizona was very hard hit over the summer, and that has to be taken into account. Maybe we haven't talked about that enough. That it's not just that we are in a position where things are probably happening slower because of the pandemic, but that these people who are trying to count the votes are doing it wearing masks, maybe wearing face shields, trying to be as careful as they possibly can for their own protection and the protection of others.
Although, Dan, I have to say, and you're more of an expert of this than I am, but who won? And McSally was ahead on election night 2000. Was it 2018? I think it was. Election night 2018. Yeah. And then they had to count all these absentee and vote-by-mail ballots. There are a lot of seniors in Arizona, obviously huge retirement community. A lot of people vote by paper on whether it's absentee or vote-by-mail. And it was days later that we found out that Sinema had defeated then-incumbent Senator McSally. So we are used to this from Arizona. It's just that the entire country wasn't paying attention to it. Really, just nerds who care about the balance of power.
The presidency didn't hang in the balance because of what was going on in Arizona. And particularly, on a presidential level, this is the first time in a really long time the eyes of the country have been on Arizona as a battleground state on a presidential level. A really long time. It was just a fluke that Bill Clinton won, and it was because of Ross Perot kind of helped get him there. But aside from that, it has been a really reliably red state on a presidential level. Again, as I talked about with Georgia, it is the very, very quickly changing demographics in Arizona, not just retirees now, much bigger minorities, community, and a lot of younger people. And in addition to Georgia now being on the verge of flipping potentially to Joe Biden, we are going to have 2 runoffs in January. That state is about to become the center of the political universe.
In Georgia, yeah.
In Georgia. It is almost certain that this margin, whatever it is between Trump and Biden, is going to be so razor thin. And then on top of that, you're going to have a really massive effort by both parties to fight over those 2 seats because that state is changing, as you said, Dana, so quickly. And because there's so much activism in that state. After 2018, when Stacey Abrams lost the gubernatorial race, she has really helped activate the Democratic base, especially black voters in the state of Georgia. And it's making a difference for Democrats tonight.
If Joe Biden ends up winning Georgia, he will have Stacey Abrams and the communities that she has gotten excited and motivated, African-American community, young community, Latino community, lots of different groups, he will have her to thank for the work. And similarly, if Joe Biden ends up winning...
All right, hello, everybody. It's Hank here, coming at you. Let me turn the volume down on CNN here. Hello, welcome. I think we're doing a Thursday night. What day is it? What month is it? I can't tell. 2020? 2040? Is it Ivanka's presidency? Is it Eric Jr.? Is it Ivanka Jr.? Huh? Welcome to the show. Here we go. Too many thoughts all at once. Oh, my fucking thing's not okay. I think I had CNN audio coming out last time we streamed. We had a bit of an issue with getting the browser audio. Excuse me. But it looks like it's working. I just listening to it on my phone. I think that was working. So that's good, I think. But anybody in the chat wouldn't mind, as usual, let me know. Butternickles, good to see you. You were researching recipes made from pumpkins. Yeah. To remind you of me. I can't conceptualize your comment unless it goes through my narcissism filter. So we're going to play some Hades tonight. Let's see. I can get CNN in a little bit better spot. I want to actually put up the Hades graphic here in a second. We're monitoring CNN. We're making sure we're keeping up on the situation. We're making sure that any remaining hairs in our bodies are being pulled out. Hopefully not too painfully, but we, it's the duty of every person who follows this stuff, who's interested in politics and the world that they live in and the corporations and motherfuckers that run this country, the people in charge. It's our duty to be miserable about every bit of it. Little feelings of hope that it's almost over, at least in terms of the counting. The counting has been agonizing. I'll actually think I'm going to talk a little bit more detail about it tomorrow or Saturday when I do like a more of a proper podcast. I've been sick. I have a swollen, spit all over. I have a swollen lymph node. Are you okay? You shouldn't be hearing any browser audio right now, though. By the way, Butternickles, but you can hear CNN. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not like you need the audio, so it's good that you're monitoring the situation. Just fucking nutty week, real crazy, just real tense. I feel all the anxiety and powerlessness and every mostly negative emotions going on lately. Trying to get the damn Hades logo here. To do some stuff while talking. This, OBS, it's a very good program, but there are some times where just picking I must be missing some sort of trick here. Hold on. This is driving me bonkers. No. Usually if you just keep clicking on top of something, it'll let you pick it. Hades. Oh, it's locked. My fault. I'm so stupid. Why is my voice fading? Excuse me. Don't tell me I'm already getting my old person voice. You know that thing when your older relatives start getting the old person voice? You're like, ooh, better take you out coffin shopping. Jesus. So here, nope. God damn it. Why can't I just click on it? Hold on. Wrong one. Like if I select it in the list, I shouldn't also have to go then select it up in the thing because okay, here we go. All right. All that. You probably saw it move. I didn't have studio mode on. Okay, cool. Now it's good to go. Don't worry. Let me just make sure the chat is placed well enough. Oh, God damn it. Okay, hold on. So after a few more chats, it'll show up. I'm just going to leave it where it is currently, but you can't see the starting chats on screen. Yeah. So last few days have been rough in terms of the challenge of keeping up on everything and keeping informed and keeping your sanity and just the goofiness. It's actually been less violent so far. I think the longer this thing drags on, the more chance that the itchy trigger finger Trump voters are going to start showing up, or at least his supporters will show up to use their Second Amendment, what they think are rights, and to stop democracy for some reason. So very disconcerting times all around. I'm going to get into like my take on the Democrats being the pieces of shit that they are and that they can barely squeeze out a victory against Trump and the way they neglected so many other things. There's a lot of good analysis happening, but it's also a very dynamic situation. So people don't really know what the hell to make of anything. Not that you should just toss your hands up and say, well, gee, then there's no understanding anything. I think that's a defeatist attitude. So hope everybody's been doing all right. Butternickles is seeing the baby shrimps. Got a new angle. What do you think? I'm not going to leave it there, but you might notice it looks like it's snowing a little in the shot. It is in fact not frozen molecules of ice, of water. That is sand. I have the bubbler running. And the pump I have is a little too strong, so it's kind of loud. Honestly, I can't handle the bubbling sleeping when I sleep. So I turn it off. But it creates a lot of good circulation. And it just, I noticed the shrimp are sort of playing around in this little spot where I have like a filter insert thingy. So I was like, hey, you know what? Let's do a little innovation. This looks like Yoda dropped his GoPro in the bottom of his pond where he keeps all the crashed starships. So good stuff. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Let's get into some Hades. This is just kind of the chill. I've been staring at the screen all day, wondering when it's all going to turn around, wondering when Nevada, they're counting so slow. Pennsylvania, oh, look, oh, Biden gets this much with out-of-state voters. And Trump did his press conference today. It was ridiculous. I could only stand about half of it. Just the sad, defeated, lying scumbag claiming, I mean, this stuff we're so used to it. It didn't seem abnormal, but it's utterly insane that the leader of a country comes out and says that an election is invalid. Now, okay, see, I'm starting to do the damn podcast. I don't think we're a democracy. I don't think we're necessarily running any kind of valid elections in terms of reflecting the true will of the majority of the people. We're not. There's so many people who don't vote. The voter suppression, the gerrymandering, the electoral college, the Senate, the way the whole, not a single damn representative, although there might be one or two, or there might be a few, are worth less than $1 million. We're just run by millionaires and business owners and people who don't have the true American. The people have never been represented properly in this country. The few times it's cracked through have been very good, but we are so far from the story that we tell. But okay, fine. Let's play this Hades game then. The perfect metaphor for this recount process that's just so ridiculous. So you should be hearing it. Of course, let me know if the sound is goofy. I might feed the shrimp a little bit later. We'll see if we could park a little piece of food in the camera view. So here we go. Hades. We're starting escape attempt 16 tonight. So there it goes. All right, I got to do a thing real quick. Be right back. Just real quick.
I can't get used to that.
Okay. Had to close the window. Can't stand the idea that people are out there listening. I know that nobody is. I get that, like when you break into the mall to masturbate in the food court and you're like, oh, I think there's a janitor in here. It's like, ugh, this is so rude. So, let me get my ears going so I can hear the game. I think you should be... Yep, it looks like that's coming through. The shrimp feed tease. Yeah, that's right. Have I gifted... Sorry, I know it's this... Where's the button? There it is. Yes, I think so. Hi.
Let me guess, you got caught out by one of those exalted strongbows, did you there?
Yep.
Next time, if you don't stand around like you're doing here right now, maybe you won't make such an easy target.
Thanks for the tip. Have I given this guy something? Achilles. Probably. Hi. Talk.
You have a worried look about you, lad. Spare me your thoughts.
Oh, it's just... I met the goddess Demeter out there. The blessings that she offered, they just drain the heat and life from everything. I thought she saw to fruits and grains and vegetables and such. Not that I'm complaining.
Okay.
All gods and goddesses are to be feared. Demeter, she has the power to give life, or take it. It seems she's more interested in the latter, though. She's the eldest on Olympus, and your father seems to harbor a particular dislike for her. I don't know why.
They used to bang. All right.
I will.
Hades and Demeter have issues. Hey, who's a good boy?
I hope I haven't been inconveniencing you too much with all the visits to the temple lately, boy. Say, how do you get back? Charon giving you a lift?
Thus asks the prince his question of the guardian of the gates of hell, knowing full well the multi-headed monster keeps a wide berth of the river boatman. As do all with any sense.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm just kidding, boy.
Avoid the boatman. Okay, let's do a gift for the dog. See if the dog gets drunk on this bottle of honey I'm about to give it. Gift.
Look what I got for you, boy.
A ball?
As one of Cerberus's heads receives the prince's gift, another muzzles something back into his hand.
That's what I'm talking about. What do we get? Better be a collar. Oh, yeah. Good fun. What do we update here? Sole source of comfort for the house's master. Sounds great. Let's eavesdrop. This is a poor place to stand if you don't want to be noticed. Eavesdropping.
It is plain to me that you are helping him. In spite of my insistence, you do not. What do you expect that I should do about this, Nix? What would you do in my position? Deception in my very house and home. Answer me.
Answer me.
Hades, my relationship with him remains unchanged. It is the very same relationship from when you first requested I take care of him. He has my full support and always shall. You must know this. He wishes now to leave. I shall make no attempt to stop him.
He wants to hang out with his friends at the mall.
What good is any one of you? He's not even your son, and yet you coddle him. You know as well as I that he cannot succeed. You fill his mind with harmful delusions. If that is what you want for him, then please, proceed at pace.
Dude, chill out, control freak. You're the god of the dead. Jesus.
I read it again because of me.
I find this whole part so tedious. Yeah, you do gotta wait for it. Although I think I actually am gonna feed him real soon. So I guess not. And thanks for the update. 7:35 p.m., 253 Biden, 214 Trump. That's the score. That's a democracy score.
Orpheus, forgive my bluntness here, but I have to ask, why won't you sing? You were a legend, mate. Our court musician.
Why, it's that I've lost my muse, my friend.
Be funny if this was Bob Dylan.
To explain than that. Have you not had such moments in your life where you had lost the will to chase your passions?
Have you had not such moments in your life where you lost the will?
I suppose I have, yeah.
Do you really talk like that, Bob? Yes, I do.
And that's why I have to get out of here.
And I am truly happy for you, friend. Alas, I've had no luck in my own search. Not that I'm searching any longer, so I'll just be over here. Okay?
Not that I'm searching. Okay, that's getting really annoying. All right. LB update. Okay, so he now rides among us permanently, though simply likes the songs he serves as court music. He serves? I thought it was a lady musician.
This is not here.
All right. What do we got?
What's in the old exchange?
I got a lot of gemstones. I don't think I want to spend it in my good expensive stuff. Still don't know. Okay, we'll figure. It'll all make sense someday. Could spend 5 keys for nectar. No, not yet. We still got. Ooh, I can unlock keys for 10. Let me check a thing real quick. I want to unlock the last level. Yeah, 20. That's what I was thinking it was. Okay, let's go buy a bunch of keys. Go through the wall. Go through the wall. So we can get 6 keys.
Fair trade. Extra keys.
Is that, yeah. Okay. Let's go spend all these keys on the mirror. All right. I have no idea what these might be.
What more potential?
Privilege status. Hey, that's appropriate. So what does that mean? Versus what? Bonus damage versus flows inflicted by 2 status curse. What the fuck is... Oh, raise your chance for a boon to be rare. Oh, that's probably pretty good. But I'm saving up here for Death Defiance. That's the thing. We can't spend anything until we get to 1,000. So that's going to be kind of the goal of the night. We might even be able to do that within 1 try. And we're definitely going to do at least 1. I mean, probably 2. Almost certainly. Yeah, it's annoying. Like, even right now on screen... shut up. I got to listen to this guy now.
Don't suppose I can talk you into fighting back this time?
Not a chance, boyo. I'm paid to take it, not to dish it out. Now give it to me.
Okay.
Oh, wrong button. Take that. All right.
That's a new one.
So what's the collar do? 25 to the life total. Not bad. Oh, I actually leveled this one up. Okay. 15 damage, striking on. We could do a Zeus start. Yeah, we only got 5 more to go to level this one up all the way. That's nice. It's good to reach a milestone or goal or whatever you call it. Oh, before we do this, let's feed the shrimps. So let me turn it over. You know, Skelly does have healthy boundaries. I like that he makes sure not to do what he's, wasn't hired to do. He's like, no, sir, Boyle, that's not in the job description. I tell you what, I'm just selling newspapers. Where am I going? OBS. We're going to switch it to a bigger browser. Transition. Hey, as a test, Butternickles, let me know if you can hear this music that is about to start. Where's my playlist labeled sad, depressing piano songs? Yes! Do you hear that? Please let me know while I feed the shrimps. Excellent. I'm so glad you can hear it. And I think I figured out what was wrong. I don't know what was wrong. But I think I figured out how to fix it quickly next time. So that's good. Thank you for helping. All right. Hey, that was cool. The sound is working. The shrimp pellet is inserted into the shrimp domicile, and we are going to get back into Hades. So good times. Look at those cute ass shrimp, though, man. I kind of want to just leave it up while they all gather. That's kind of the fun part, watching them come in at it. I can guarantee that they're going to move that pellet off of the rock. It's a smooth rock. They push it around like a Rocket League ball, and there's no way it's going to stay right where it is. So we'll see how long that takes. If I notice it, I can reposition the camera. So as the horde assembles upon the latest offering, it'll be a dynamic, ever-changing situation. Not unlike democracy. But hold on, CNN's talking. Key race alert.
Dramatically, his lead has gone down to only 26,319 out of more than 6.5 million votes cast. 49.6% to 49.2%, a 26,319 vote lead. 95% of the estimated vote in Pennsylvania is still out there. Remember, Pennsylvania has 20 electoral votes. 20 electoral votes President Trump cannot win without Pennsylvania. John, this is expected.
And I'm pretty sure I've got poo in my diapers. Me, Wolf Blitzer,
Basically,
poo diaper guy. Great news. So his lead is going down. Talking about like it's a lead. The votes have already been cast. They all exist. It's just what we have been able to count so far. So there's really just an absolute number at the end. There's no lead. There's no gap. There's no closing the gap. None of that. There is a gap. We're looking for the gap, but we would count it. Okay, but that's the way the media reports it. That's partially what contributes to all the stress and anxiety of this whole thing, is you feel like you're watching like a bloody fight. It's not that. Well, we got an update from Butter Nichols here. It's 7:44 p.m. CNN reports 253, Biden, Trump 213. The Orange Menace has a long way to go to make up for it, but it's possible. He's got a path to victory. MSNBC giving similar score, 253 to the geezer from Scrantoneser, 253 with 214 for the Trump fart machine. Okay, good stuff, Hank. That's great fucking. Oh, I didn't turn off the Hades music while I played the nice piano music. God, see this? There's so much shit to keep track of. No problem. I'm glad it worked, and I also really quite enjoy that music as well. By the way, here we go. Switching over. Hold on. You got the game here going. So if they start doing some breaking news or something, and I happen to notice it, we'll switch over to CNN. Or Butter Nichols can maybe freak out in the chat, and just I'll might notice that a little quicker. Oh man, I feel like my voice is just fading. Okay. I don't know, maybe it's the infection in my head right now, my swollen lymph face and my tooth that feels all weird.
Bye, everyone.
God, if I get tooth issues, I'm fucked. I don't have any money. I don't know what the hell. I'll just let it fall out. I'll feed it to the shrimp. All right, so we're wearing a Zeus ring, the Zeus Pog, and that means we're going to get a Zeus boost. A Zeus boom.
Hades always was a lonesome man, you know. I pitied him.
Yeah, there's only one of them.
But I could never quite extract him from his thorny shell. And now he stews resentfully down there. You needn't bear the brunt of his frustrations.
Okay, talk a little faster there, you fuckface. All right, chain lightning, burst of chain lightning. I do like that one. Yeah, they did name him Wolf. I wondered, was that his full name or was that like his media name? Whoa, it like names it out. Oh, it doesn't seek him? That's annoying. Okay, that's okay. We'll just have to stand back and launch electricity bombs. Look at the baby wolf. Oh, does baby wolf want some milk?
Come, wretches.
Yeah, it might be short for like Wolfenstein or something like that. I don't know. It's hard to say. Okay, it's been a few days
Where
here.
to?
All right. The hammer or the love. Okay, Butter Nichols on freak out alert. Yeah, worried about my. I had a lymph node. I think it's the same thing. I don't know if it's a. Oh, that's kind of fun. I had a very similar issue. Probably the same overall. Years ago with a thing with this tooth. I had like one of those fluid build-up thingies that the dentist was like, "Whoa, yeah, we'll drain it someday." It's like, all right. Bull rush, nah. After blocking, this is probably one of those like a really good player would make good use of that one.
Should work.
But like a year, I don't know if that was, it was over a year ago, I think. I had a issue with my teeth and with, I didn't have health insurance at the time. I was working full time, but I didn't have health insurance, and I still had to go in there and do that humiliating thing. It's like, oh, can I pay you? How much? You know, so I'm getting my memories a little confused, but I definitely had I definitely had a lymph node that got swollen and tender. It went away, so the system worked. Man, it's pretty strong. I got to remember to go get it. I keep thinking like I don't have to go fetch my crystal. It's not terrible, and I took some ibuprofen. I feel okay. I had a minor headache, mostly just kind of concentration issues, but I've been feeling out of sorts last week or so anyway. And treated myself. I had vowed to get off carbohydrates and back onto healthier foods, but of course today I just was like, fuck that, I need some Chinese food. So that's what I did. I went to the Chinese restaurant and I said, Daddy's home, now fill Daddy up. And they said, you got it, Daddy. Oh, sorry there, guy. I didn't mean to realize I was in a friendly house.
Hey, Prince, I heard you showed that Curie sister the what for.
Yeah.
Is that the truth?
Mm-hmm.
Might explain why I've been left here to my own devices for a change.
I don't think she'll be out of commission for very long. She'd best find you mining that boulder, though at least you managed to catch a break for now.
Okay. Darkness.
Then here you go.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Farewell, then.
Yeah, it could be Wolfgang. I like the name Wolfgang.
You lads again.
Is there a dog gang? Is there a fox gang? Is there other gang? What's the deal?
I'm empty.
Oh, he's hanging on to it.
Not yet.
Easy.
That's what you get.
LB here. Mor's come to fear. Okay. Wait a minute. I can press for boon list. Which one is... There you go. Ah, this is cool. I thought it said rare chop. But yeah, it's a comfort food kind of day, that's for sure. No doubt about that.
Has reached you prior to me, Zacharias. I wonder which of all his many lies he's told you last.
Lies, lies, lies. A gust of wind. A gust ahead? So what does chill do? Victim is slowed by 4%, can stack up to 10 times, so they can be up to 40% slower. Boons become more common, then gain rarity. What? Oh, all my boons become common. Okay. Well, I guess if you have a lot, that would make... It's not like a big investment when you only have a couple. So better attack. Do I want to get him with this? I'll just do this one.
Shivering.
Butternickel said she went to a vet and got antibiotics at one time in my life. I had to make a lot of promises I did not fulfill because the antibiotics worked. Yeah, I know. It's the same, like, chemicals, right? For some of those medicines. I'm really sorry you had to do that. I mean, I'm glad you got the health you needed. But, you know, that's what Americans do. I know people will... I used to work in the fish trade. Not the trade. That sounds weird. But I used to work with aquariums, and I would buy, like, bulk chemicals for treating tanks and stuff. Not a ton. I didn't have a giant amount of that. But I knew that people... Oh, geez, what the hell? Will spend... Will buy, like, erythromycin and fish tank chemicals because you can get them in big batches and stuff. It's sad. It's really pathetic. You know, part of the way we don't... This situation persists is that we're so used to it. We're so used to being humiliated by the country that we don't perceive it as being humiliated. Our imaginations don't even have the capacity to conjure a world where you just go to the dentist or the doctor without having to worry about it. Or where there's a very small predictable fee. I know, like in England, I don't know if it's universal, but I guess it's like $10 if you get anything. You're gonna pay for... Oh yeah, I get it.
Can't do that.
The more I kill quicker, the more I get. Alright, how many did I do? 40. That's good, I only lost.
That's that.
The total was 50 potential. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. What do you got there, creep?
I knew you would arrive, but only in the moments prior to the fact. Else I am experiencing considerable surprise. Your movements through the underworld proves that a veil of darkness enshrouds you. The goddess mixes influence.
Oh, he's getting involved in the Big Brother house drama. He wants to know what's going on.
Know how to respond
He used to date
exactly.
Nyx, that's why.
Chaos, but Nyx, yes, she has been aiding me in my.
Does she still have the Terminator Laserdisc I left over there? You know, that was very expensive at the time. Laserdiscs are superior than DVDs, you know.
I would invite her to try to elude me and then attempt to locate her. A minor amusement for the both of us. Now I have you for this, I see.
I just kind of tuned out for that one. All right, so let's see. Can get one more of those. I was hoping for an increase in my jewel production. Each time you get special, afterwards boons are better. Gain one of these. Life totals reduced. Oh, that's not bad. Or they get stronger. I think I'll take one more. Yes, purple jewels. See, I don't want my neighbors to hear. And then when I walk past them out in the, you run into them out there and they go, "That's the guy that says, yes, purple jewels. That's the purple jewel guy." Oh, yeah. I'm going to have all sorts of shit flying around when I get used to this build. Oh, got nailed by that thing.
What do we have here?
10. Power up or Zeus up? Ugh. I'll do the Zeus. Oh shit. Missed.
No.
Okay.
In the name of Hades.
Lightning effects make jolted. That could be good. Oh, the Zeus's call uses one. I feel like that's probably because I'll power that up. But this will always hit them. Or that does it too. It's only an 89 bolt damage. This is 50. That's per hit. We'll just do this one. Sometimes it's totally obvious which one's better. Sometimes it feels like it's a wash. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm ignorant. What the hell do I know? Stupid little canisters.
Chaos is transformed.
My boon chaos. Okay. Excuse me. Jeez. I can feel it in my voice.
Kieran's shot.
300. That's good. Definitely getting that. I can afford both of these now, too. That's great. Gain a little money. 20% faster. Hold cast to fire in rapid succession. Is that better than being able to... Yeah, I don't know. I mean... I kind of... Yeah. Ooh, oh, we'll do speed. I don't know. I feel like that's just overall. All right, another Zeus.
Now, young man, whatever you have heard about good Demeter, I'm here to clear the air.
Did she tell you about my tiny penis? I swear, I shoot lightning bolts, but it comes out and it's the size of a dice. And not like a good Dungeons and Dragons dice. Well, like one of those Vegas ones. A centimeter and a half by a centimeter and a half.
Such an unlikely bit of candor there from you. Almost as though you felt compelled
Oh,
to
now
speak
they're
the truth
hanging out
only
together.
whilst I'm
Jesus.
directly within earshot.
Get a room, you two. Get a realm. Get a realm, you two. Oh, Jolted. See, now Jolted. See, look at this. Would I have gotten Jolted had I not picked this, though? Obviously, I gotta go with this one. Jolted lasts a lot longer. And do not expire. All right. What the hell does Jolted do? Does it continue to inflict damage? Hold on. We gotta investigate. Where is it? Jolted. There it goes. Jolt damage. Victim's next attack can self-inflicts lightning damage that harms nearby foes. Oh, okay. Nice. And then they'll do it for 10 seconds. See, that's fun. Oh, well, that'll be interesting to see how that works.
I bet it's Meg again.
He's hoping it's Meg
It's
again.
not.
Well, good job, Red Blood.
Electo.
You made it all this way, but I have got to send you back to Daddy now. Nothing personal.
Get
Wish
that
you could join me,
BDSM
Acto.
language out of
Want me
here.
to put in a good word with Father next time so you can come visit us at the house yourself?
Oh, you know, I'd rather have my eyes put out, but thanks for offering. Now, time to head on home.
All right, so let's see.
I can't.
Come closer.
Nope, she's impervious.
Supper.
She's sucking up.
Whoa.
I said die.
Hell yeah. I think I did pretty well there. I know I took some hits.
She wasn't very nice.
Yeah, but sometimes the rough ones are fun, you know? All right. Forgive me for clearing my throat. I don't think it's clearing it.
Tread lightly, boy.
Shut up, Dad.
Next stop, don't know any
Tread
other way.
lightly, Dad. So
Let's see here.
All right, so this is fully ranked up. We can get a bunch of Zeus bonuses, or we can crank up our other power-ups. So let's work on... That one's pretty good, actually. Do we want to do any of these? Demeter. Distant foes.
Might help.
What do you got? The Centaur Soul. Traps. Eh.
Let's think about this.
Lightning effects? No. Nope. Keep all that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's say at the bottom. Upon demise, all money returned to Charon. Okay. Oh, I know that already.
Let's go up.
She's mad because it's all red. And I agree. Bam is right. Thank you for that. I'm with it. Bam. Great skater.
Asphodel.
Tony Hawk is an amazing game. I played that a crap ton way back when it came out. Way in the early days of it. And I know they just re-released it. And it's supposed to be pretty good. I guess they did a great job bringing it back. It's one of those games I'd love to play one of these days. Oh, Jesus, stood right in the bomb.
Keep them coming. You should have listened.
Yeah. How's the shrimp? Where's the shrimp at? Here we go. Let's, hold on. Am I getting attacked? No, hold on. There you go. I gotta get in there and do a bunch of landscaping. Oh, fuck, I knew I was standing there. Yeah, so watch. Let's just hit him. Now when he attacks, he's gonna get hit. Lightning. Shoot me. Did it not work? Ha! That's awesome. Okay. So pretty much just got to hit him with it and then leave him to rot. Could have sworn I saw it. Yeah, there we go. What do we got here? All right, let's do it. We got enough.
Allow me, boy, to introduce some of my loyal subjects.
Yes, let's see your subjects.
Useless.
There we are.
All right, it paid off. How's the focus on the shrimp? I could check it in a second. Here, let me check it right now. I'll just make sure because it does. It's probably fine, but I just want to make sure. Okay, here. See all that muck that all gets stirred up by the bubbler that I've got. So all that it kind of gathers, and as they stir it up, they'll kick it around too, which is good. I guess that's about right. Okay, back to the game. So let's see, I got 150.
I could use this.
Hi.
Hang on, I'm in Asphodel now, aren't I? I'd always heard this was some flower-covered meadow-type place, not such a terrifying hellscape.
Made him laugh.
Couldn't agree more, mate.
The water's a little cloudy. I put the focus depth at about, it looked to be about an inch, maybe half an inch in from the glass. I don't know if that helps you sort it a little bit or not, but I can take another look at it in a bit. It's hard to tell when it's small like that. Plus it's getting streamed, so it's getting compressed. And if this ever becomes a thing, I definitely will upgrade the camera quality and make the shrimp roll will evolve over time too. I could even see it becoming like people would rather watch shrimp than me. So maybe there'll be a day where we just have like a permanent shrimp feed, and every once in a while I pop in and tell them that we're like a family. Oh, I didn't take any damage. That was pretty good.
Lord Poseidon.
Yeah, there's a lot of mulm on the bottom right now. Hold on, have I gifted? I think so. So a lot of that brownish crud that they're kicking up is from it's their shit. That's what it is.
The greatest of my blessings just for you.
But it becomes dirt and it's nutrient rich, so it's actually like part of the ecosystem in there. It looks like a ton, but it's not as bad as it seems. It's not like the entire tank is covered in that crap. So anyway, here. These are stronger. Dash knocks away. Special deals more damage. Yeah, let's do that.
Let's make some waves, right, Uncle?
Okay.
Eurydice.
Oh yeah, that singing lady. Hi. Have I gifted her? I don't think so. Here, let me give you something.
Eurydice, thank you for making me feel welcome in your pleasant home. Can't say the same for most places I've been lately. I have a small gift I wanted you to have.
Oh, that's awful sweet of you, Your Royal Majesty. Bringing me fresh ingredients like this. You know what? Here's something for you too. Help keep you safe out there.
All right.
Thanks so much.
An acorn. It's funny to call it an evergreen acorn because acorns grow a deciduous tree called an oak tree. I can still talk to her though.
Say, tell me something there, Your Royal Majesty. You know a lot of shades. You wouldn't happen to know an Orpheus, would you? Spindly little thing, whiny voice. Heard he's officially serving in your court, making music.
Not really making music.
Of course I know Orpheus. We're mates. Wait, why
Oh,
do you
he's being
ask?
nice.
You're mates, huh? Just as long as you don't count on him for anything. Hasn't even mentioned me, has he? Well, if he ever does, you tell him I am doing great. I'm great.
Okay, nice belt. Alright, so up to 2 random boons are upgraded. I like this one though. This is like getting 4 pomegranates. A rare beverage, next 3.
As you wish, Your Royal Majesty.
So discharge, strike.
Why, thank you.
Nice. Yeah, oh, it looks like little pieces of burger.
See ya.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it kind of does. It's pretty cool how it sort of floats around.
Got to use the fountain
And
to get out
you
of
like
here.
the shrimp and me. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that.
No getting out
This
without
is
a drink.
this channel is perfect for anyone who loves this. Fuck, I screwed it up. This channel is perfect for anyone who loves the spineless invertebrates. That's an invertebrate joke. But don't worry, I'm never going to switch over to bugs or something nasty. Just underwater bugs. I think it's him just being upset that I'm there. This guy again.
Just what I need.
Alright, so special gets stronger. Cast causes more damage. Or the discharge. Jolt damage. I gotta go with that jolt damage. Just makes him drink a bunch of Jolt Cola. Oh yeah.
Another new look
Bring
from
it
my
on, you.
Sea-bone Hydra.
So I don't think his vertebrae are little versions of him. I think someone said that. Oh, he's all pissy. Oh, his movement's slow. See the 10 underneath the, Shit. Get her off. No! I had to go get my... Bastard.
I can't.
Hello. All right, come on. There we go. Taking some hits, but it's okay.
Not yet.
Oh man, I'm way down. All right. Do I have? Yes, I do. Yes. No, they look like little skulls. They're very similar.
Got you.
So yes, they're made from skull material, which we call bone. But I mean, unless I'm just seeing it completely wrong, which I'm pretty sure I see a much bigger screen than you're seeing. I have a 34-inch curved monitor that I love. It's my baby, and yeah, so I'm pretty sure
I'm warning you.
My assessment's correct.
Or else what, Father?
But it's close. I could totally get why it might not be that easy to see. Alright, so what do we got here? 10% damage, 21 more to go. Thing is, I know I'm heading into being killed territory, and I just want to probably do Lucky Tooth. That's the... Instantly gain 36... That's nuts. For 62? Unless you I guess if you really need something, it makes sense, but... So we're a little low on health here, so I'm going to prioritize that. Unless I happen upon some of those healing runes.
Another day or night in paradise.
Yes, we're all fans of Phil Collins. Thank you.
Flame wheels.
Nope. Shit. Hit me. I guess it doesn't really attack. I don't know.
Not now. More of you, huh?
Ah, yeah, it's standing right there.
God's grant me strength.
68. 177%. No. Kind of doing an all-around build, it seems. Not a specialist. Demeter process. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, might as well.
You leave my troves alone.
Let's make this quick.
$34.
There.
That's not bad.
Satisfied?
And my keep.
It's a Tesla chariot. That's funny. Yeah, it's got self-driving. It's got cameras all around it. Good God. What the fuck? Okay. What is this one? Shrimp look having like they're fun churchy. Yeah, it kind of does. Church basement crab night. They're just hogging away on it, doing a puzzle. Puzzle of Jesus.
Come die again.
That's what she said. Alright. Special gets damaged during your dash, though. All these are dumb. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'm using... I don't know. I mean, I don't know how long that...
Get.
Does it just automatically... I guess I just gotta be quick about it, I suppose. Alright, so let's hopefully get some health out of this one. Ah, bastard. Although I could I don't think that's going to be help.
Should help keep you going.
Alright, so.
Got some zest.
Get yourself to the vet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's connected. It might be. There's a good chance. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. I don't feel like it's getting worse. Like my head is starting to slip.
It's that big soul catcher again.
In that kind of alarming sort of way where you know something's wrong. I gotta kill those little things that float around because they turn into bad guys, like this guy right here.
You kill me, I kill you.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it took quite a few hits there, but
it's better stay away from me.
Hey, you're not alone. You're not alone.
Right. Okay, I was kind of hoping for this. Dislodge. Your foes take damage when you're stuck in them. See, that's nice, but I think having her as a extra striker is pretty good. Okay, Butter Nichols has a shrimp question. Did you start with a few shrimp and they just multiplied, or did you start with many, many shrimp? Every single shrimp in the tank was born in this jar. It's actually a 2.5 gallon jar by Hacker Shore. What? There's some brand. It's like a housewares sort of company that I think you might recognize. H something? Hamilton? Nolan? I don't know. But I started with 10 shrimp total, and I don't know if I was too early on it. I was new to shrimp keeping. This is about 2 years ago, maybe. And hold on, let me just try to, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, so the first batch of shrimp didn't do great. I had plants running, I had the tank going for a little while, but out of those first 10, I'd say like 4 survived, and they were all fully grown. There might have been 11 or so in the whatever, something like that. But I've only bought them once, and within about let's say a month or so of the first introduction, I noticed a baby. And it was so thrilling to see a tiny shrimp. I think it had hit an egg or something, had hitched a ride. I don't know, but because I didn't see any that looked pregnant when I got the first batch. So there was like a little die off, and I let the tank go through some kind of, I guess, like maturing process, which is also meant I neglected it a little bit. But one of the things with these dirted tanks is you can kind of neglect them. You can let them get, you're not supposed to. I mean, you're supposed to like, do all the right stuff, but they're really forgiving. They kind of take care of themselves. So the shrimp did okay. I mean, I was feeding them and I was like, doing stuff, but it wasn't like a massive intervention. And then I noticed one was pregnant, and then like there were babies. And this is probably like the 3rd or 4th generation, and it seems like I actually have another aquarium. It's a 10-gallon tank I built a custom filter for, all self-contained. So maybe there'll be a day when you get to see that one too. But I moved some shrimps over to that one. They had fish in it. The fish are they're okay with the shrimps. They could be a lot more aggressive. I don't have particularly aggressive. I have freshwater. But they're dumb, dopey, impulsive. Not our nation's finest animals. And so it's not the best environment for shrimp. The bigger tank is what I'm referring to. Plus it has an overflow, which the shrimp can easily go through if they're small. But I am got real smart.
Do that.
But I've been very happy with the stability of the tank and with the growth of the plants. The plants are pretty aggressive. The shrimp, I don't add a lot of, I almost said seasoning. I don't add a lot of fertilizers. But yeah, this is about 2 years, I'd say, and those aren't even fully grown yet. The adults will get bigger. I'm going to move over probably a good, God bless you, Hank. Thank you. I'm going to move over a nice chunk of them to the bigger tank, probably within the next month or two, because I got to make room for the babies. I'm not sure exactly what the capacity is. Oh, the Tempest. Meaning every tank has a certain limit. I know shrimp are pretty low biologically, like they have a very low bio load, so they don't poop that much or produce as much waste. So the equivalent fish to shrimp is a lot more individual shrimps. But and they clean up. They they eat algae and shit, so they're always foraging and kind of maintaining the tank for me. In terms of at least algae, although it still will get algae whites. And I've been a little sloppy with the way I've been wiping the glass. I've been a little bit, I think, careless, so I've gotten a few scratches. And scratches are kind of inevitable. It's not Starfire glass. There's a certain type of glass they make that's a little stronger. Glass technology is fascinating. I don't even know that much about it, but it's like concrete. Like you take it, you just think, well, no, I don't think people think glass is all the same, but there is so much innovation in the glass and like materials sciences that we don't really understand, or people tend to not be aware of. All right, I gotta be a little smarter with this fight here.
I'm out. I'm empty. Not now.
Okay.
Hermes.
Hey, could you do a little favor for me, cuz? My brother's sister.
Oh, you haven't thought about the election. What election? Oh,
it's no big deal.
why did you have to say it?
For now. All right.
Damn it. Yeah, that's actually why I wasn't going to do it tonight. I was like, I just don't have the energy. I don't feel like talking. I feel like shit. I don't feel terrible, honestly. It's just like, I was like, I can just, but this is a nice distraction from what all this nonsense, all this nightmare that's going on. Just sitting there watching the shitty cable news shows or the lefties on Twitch or the various podcasts that I like to consume as much as I can. It's all, and then reading Twitter and reading articles. It's just like, how much more of this can I do? It's just driving me insane. So hold cast after taking damage, quickly dash. Yeah, I think this one is actually.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm not even gonna try. I'm just gonna accidentally use it. But all right, let's hopefully I can. Oh fuck! I walked past the. See? Can I go back? Ugh! I missed a chair and purchase box. See, there's no health in here. Damn it. Oh well. This is okay though.
Cheers, mate.
Artemis's aid. 35 critical chance. That's really high. Hi. Oh, he's not feeling talky. No, yeah, they're not going to tell us tonight.
So
it seems unlikely. I mean, the media wants to, but another day of this would be good. And I think the election officials, as much pressure as they're under, they're better off doing it during the daytime, probably. So they can escort the vote counters out safely, because there's, in the Arizona one at least, there's Trump supporters massing with guns in the parking lot. That's the kind of country we live in. That is about as fascist as it gets, and authoritarian. It's just, it's terrible. The freedom lovers are. Okay, whatever. Fuck you guys. I'm just gonna kill your asses. Oh, Jesus, took a bit. All right. So he starts attacking. He just starts wounding himself when he's got jolted. Oh, Jesus, what the hell was I thinking there?
You fit?
Not yet.
Ah, I couldn't. I thought I was gonna fly through the cake.
Not so fast.
Prepare to die.
I'm out.
I think I got him with a critical there.
I can't.
Goddess Athena, I need your aid.
Shut up.
Face me. I'm empty. I can't.
No.
By the power of Skelly. That's it. Not yet.
They're almost there.
You and me now. Come do that.
Yes. Woo. 253 to 213. Yeah, that score is just, there's only about like 4 states left, which means there's what? 4 times 3 times 2, 4 times 12 times 2 times 20. So there's 24 configuration. I don't know if that's right. Is that called a nomial? Anyway, yeah, there's only so many combinations of numbers that are possible at this point. Trump has to sweep in order to win, I think. I don't know if that's correct. Maybe if he wins Pennsylvania and Georgia, which are bigger than Nevada and Arizona. I could be wrong. The details don't seem... I mean, the details matter, of course, but like as far as what my comprehension of it needs to be, I don't think it's like I have to know the electoral counts in each one. Like, oh boy, that looks like if Nevada... I get it. He's got to get to 270. All right, so this one will restore to 75 when I die. That's pretty good. I should keep that going. Let's see what I got. Now I'm out. Does that mean I can't... Yeah, I don't think I can use it anymore. I can only level it up. So... Oh, what's the Acorn do? Final encounter in each underworld region takes 0 damage for the first 3 times. That could actually be pretty good. But let's do... this one. I'll keep us live a little longer. I don't have any money.
Time to be a little short of coin.
I'm a little short of coin.
One more stop.
Yes, the onion is winning, I think. The Grandpa Simpson joke.
The edge of Father's realm.
Yeah, and as soon as it's official, and I mean, it's going to be a weird, scary time. I'm not a fan of Biden. I think he's a despicable person. I can't stand the fucking guy. So that's going to be, it's not a big, I mean, I'm not going to immediately set in on it, but I have no reservations about criticizing this motherfucker. If you have the nuclear weapons that my tax dollars pay for, I can say whatever the fuck I want about you. And Biden there's a lot of reasons to criticize him, and he's going to give us a lot of disappointing decisions. Disappointing to say the least. He's going to be picking Republicans for his cabinet. He's going to be putting in establishment motherfuckers like Larry Summers and Tim Geithner. Maybe not those two guys specifically, but those are the dudes that Obama, when he was staffing his... Let's listen to this shit.
Feared and many-headed Cerberus, the underworld sentinel, presides over the entrance to this realm, devouring whole those fool enough to make attempts to flee.
Okay.
He loves to eat.
Those were some of the guys when Obama got in. We all thought we had voted for this, you know, new direction in America. And they were like these economic advisors who were very much part of the neoliberal order, who just imposed the exact same bullshit that has been tremendously profitable for the corporations, but has left Americans behind and left workers behind. So Obama did that. And Biden is basically promising to do the exact same thing. So it's almost less of a betrayal than when Obama did it. So I gotta not be, I don't really quite know the patterns of this certain current slate of enemies all that well. I know I can get infected, and I need to run over to the,
Not now.
Can he spit at me? Or can I just keep shooting at him?
Was a wealthy vermin.
A wealthy vermin. But I need Trump out. I'm not... Especially if there's going to be a Republican-controlled Senate, which isn't guaranteed. It looks like there's going to be a runoff in 2 races in Georgia, and if the Democrats win both, well, we don't know yet. That's not confirmed. I think for sure there'll be 1. But if there's 2, there's a path to, if the Democrats win that, then it'll be a 50-50 Senate, and Kamala Harris, the vice president, would then be the tie-breaking vote. So that would be good, but it's a nightmare. The fact that the Democrats actually lost ground in the House is insane. Just shows how out of touch they are, how bad they are for...
Not yet.
All right, so this is pretty intense. Okay. Oh.
Let's see here.
Let's see here. 12 jewels? Sure. That's worth at least 1 key. But I'll be glad for Trump to be gone. From my perspective, the things I want are unlikely to happen no matter what, almost, which is sad. Because I understand the way the incentive structures disincentivize taking anything like what I would want seriously. Wait, where the hell am I supposed to get? Where's my poison lady? It's right in the middle.
Nothing.
These rats are fast.
Not now. Not yet.
This thing taking him. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is all wacky in here. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Not now. I'm out.
I've done very poorly in this.
Not bad.
Man, that was brutal. So that one gets me out. Nothing else. Okay.
Heading back.
It was the fashion at the
One
time.
chamber.
Yeah, that's good. Good reference.
Lots on offer here.
All right.
I'll pay for that. Got some zest.
Okay, so
which tunnel?
So this one, is there health I can buy? I'm feeling pretty skeptical I'm going to make it through this without croaking. Let's try it. Maybe it'll be one of those healing rooms. Sometimes there's just random. Oh, Jesus.
I'm empty. Can't do that.
Man, okay.
That's a lot of coin. I can't. Not yet.
Yeah.
Not poisoned at the moment, thanks.
Okay. That Artemis hit is pretty useful, but I took too much damage there.
Hey, a Sata sack already?
Ooh, defrost a turkey. That's fun. How do you cook your turkey? And yes, it is a great way to celebrate. Breathe on it. Just go. And then your neighbors will think a zombie moved in. Oh, restore 100. That's good.
Okay, I'm good.
Not quite.
Deep within the desecrated layer of the god-defiling satyrs lie the noisome contents of their profane rituals, so foul as to be indescribable.
Look at on the rock. All right, so I don't know if that messed up the focus, so let me quick check on it. All right. Okay.
Cerberus just loves the stuff.
Yeah, like I have ideas to do like custom aquariums where I put like tubes and stuff so that I can insert cameras and things like that. And I have like the ability to like really build a little broadcast, like a Big Brother house for shrimps.
Cerberus.
It would take some work, and I'd have to be incentivized, and by that I mean like,
thank you, mate.
I'd have to be able to afford it. Cast fires. Second projectile. That sounds good.
What a team.
Or I could just keep it simple. I don't need to make everything freaking complicated like I always do. Okay, so let's try for this one. This will be a boss fight. I don't know what it's going to be like. Probably going to get poisoned all the time.
I'm out.
Okay. Thanks for visiting. You rat monsters.
Made it this far.
Whoa. Is that? Oh, that's that secondary shot that I got. Well, that's kind of cool.
Really?
Wow. And I think that's what they get jolted from too, right? Jesus, look at that.
Can't do that.
Man. I'm like surprised. I'm like, geez. Where the hell did this guy come from? Wow, it's like I just had this cannon that just...
I'm empty.
Fucked. Now I'm going to get a little confident, a little too cocky, and I'm going to get myself killed.
That's the most gigantic vermin I have ever seen.
Oh, God. What the hell is that?
I'm out.
Ugh.
I'm empty. I'm sick.
All right, this is real sloppy.
I can't. Okay.
Okay, the gashes on the ground are the...
Not now. Not yet. I'm out. I'm empty. No need.
What's causing the floor to explode the way it is? Look at him. God, that's crazy.
Ugh, those things.
All right. Well, I mean, that was educational. I definitely did decent. Critical effects deal more. Critical damage to a foe. It's marked. Dash strike. Okay, I guess I am using that without even realizing it. Those traps are pretty tricky too. I have to...
Inside the filth-encrusted layers, carved into the looming edifices of the underworld, lie such terrible abominations that not even grim Lord Hades is inclined to speak of them.
This gigantic vermin head deserves a lot more credit, if you ask me.
You have a 15-pound turkey thinking of a dry brine with a few subtle injections of broth when it's thawed enough. That sounds good. I don't know. I've done wet brines where you know, put it in a bag or a bucket. Usually use a bag so that you don't have to use as much liquid. That way you can kind of mold it around the carcass and it soaks in. But dry brine, yeah, like basically just let it partially cure in a sense, on the outside at least. That sounds quite good. And broth injections, you mean way before you cook it or during? The thing I've learned with meat that's most important is just good temperature management, making sure that you have a digital probe thermometer, unless you really have a terrific sense of how to do it. But a digital probe thermometer is such a difference maker. Yeah, tough guys. But a big bird, something such a big animal. Yeah, right. When that's fine.
Not yet.
Any big old bird is going to cook at different rates depending on how. I mean, you know, the center has to be the part you want cooked properly. I don't think you can sous vide a turkey. I mean, I'm sure it's possible. You just have to have a big ass. Well, maybe you could, but I sous vide a lot. I do a lot of sous vide, like pork loins and steaks and stuff, and it's utterly magical. I'm telling you, if you can do a brine and you know how to do if you have the confidence to handle a turkey, sous videing is 5 times easier, 4.5 times easier. The only tricky thing is getting the bag in the water. I use a Ziploc. I don't even buy the sous vide bags. You can do a vacuum pack sous vide bag. You can buy these like pump kits. But I just use a Ziploc and, hold on. Clean up on aisle rat. Good.
Should I take
Good
the
job.
trade?
So if I needed some money here, I could sell off. Okay, this one's going to be a battle. Oh, I can't even reach my... That's okay, they'll come with me.
What is this stuff?
Hold on. You sous vide turkey. I never know where to put the digital thermometer and roast turkey to the thigh. Well, yeah, that's the thing is you have to, like, not that I'm an expert, but you're going to want to test it in different spots. So you definitely want to do it for the... I have a digital one that has like an alarm setting. I could set it to a temperature. And you don't want the thing poking into the cavity, so then it's just measuring the air, because then it's just going to get steam. So you want it in a deeper, one of the last parts of the bird to cook, which is, just think of it in terms of like inches from the outside or something. So you want to get it somewhere deep in the thigh. You don't want it touching a bone, because that will give you a too hot of a reading. I think the bones heat up a little bit. deep in the breast part probably. But then when you're done, test different spots. Don't over poke it. You don't want to just, if the juices come out nice and easy when you poke it, that means it's still moist and good.
Dead end, huh?
I know testing kind of the joints of the thighs are a good spot, but I would say just a deep part of the breast somewhere while it cooks, and then when you're near the finishing part, test a couple different other spots around it. And if your oven cooks unevenly, like mine is warmer at the back, like when I do bacon, I notice it cooks towards the back a little quicker. You can flip it and you can rotate it. Whether or not you should tent it with foil, I don't really know. I mean, I know that a lot of, I cook ribs, I tent it, I fully wrap them. Oh, shit. See, I moved around and now I gotta fight these guys.
Not yet.
This is just nuts. I'm being real sloppy here, too.
I can't.
Ah, god damn it. Well, hang on. I think you're asking about sous vide. Yeah, tenting can be good because you sort of keep the heat and the steam in, so I think it probably cooks a little faster. And
I think I learned something back
but if you do it without any foil or something, you're also asking it to dry out a little quicker too. So I think there's a balancing point. Again, I'm not an expert. Hey, we got 1,000 purple things. That's great. So I obviously researched a little bit more, but I always try to understand the principles that are happening, just how the basics of cooking and the physics that's going on. So that's why I'm a big fan of sous vide. Let's eavesdrop on these guys here.
What's the good word?
Because it's perfectly cooking the meat to its exact temperature from the edge to edge in all directions. And if you're asking about roasting and getting crispy, first let me say I don't know if sous videing a turkey would work. I assume it would, but the thicker something is, the longer it's going to take. And I know you can sous vide for hours, but you do run the risk of bacteria growing because you are providing it with a warm environment. Like with steak, I sous vide to 133 or 134 degrees. Pork a little bit higher than that, 145 plus or 160 if it's a loin or something. But bacteria can grow at those temperatures pretty readily. Not that there's a risk. I've left my sous vide in for 4 or 5 hours and it's still fine. That's what's so beautiful about it, is that you can't overcook it. You just get the exact perfect meat at the right temperature the whole way through. The biggest downside is what you're asking about, is the crispiness. You can't really, it's just meat in a plastic bag. It holds all its juices. You can put a bunch of spices in there that don't get diluted. I put garlic, salt. I don't do too much crazy shit with spices.
The sealed weapons by your chambers.
Hold on.
Your father won't observe their absence, I don't think. They remind him of a time he stood together with his brothers and sisters. He wants nothing more to do with any of that. I think it's fitting you've inherited their power.
I like to take big pauses between sentences.
A power that once sealed away the Titans. Maybe it's a power that can break me out of here. Thank you for helping me, Achilles.
There you go. You're welcome. So yeah, you end up with an exactly perfectly cooked piece of meat, but you don't have the sear marks. It doesn't have a crispy skin if you do something with skin. So what a lot of people do is they'll have a hot pan ready to go. They'll sous vide it. You can even under sous vide it slightly and then drop it in a pan and sear it real hard, or on a hot grill or something like that. I don't really bother with that. I tend to just eat it as is because it's like when you cook a steak perfectly in the middle, it's perfectly pink, just the right temperature. If you sous vide that steak, you get the exact perfect bite, the center of the steak in the other example, but it's the entire thing. If you have a lot of fatty bits on the steak, it's not great because it's like fatty. I do keto, so I just eat all the fat and a lot of the gristle. it's primitive. It's actually, I find it very satisfying in in a primal kind of way. But you don't get the crispy crunch, the texture differences. So I tend to just undercook like a big pork loin by a few degrees, and then I cut it up into medallions to store it, and then I just chop that up, and I make these like egg sort of scrambles. I mean, scramble for just a lack of a better word, just a bunch of shit wrapped, all tied up together. or a failed omelet becomes a scramble.
Father, look, Lord Uncle Zeus, I've been in contact with him, and he wishes to make peace. He asked for me to tell you he forgives you for whatever happened.
All right.
My brother Zeus forgives me. Zeus forgives me. How dare that blasted little brat? His beard may be luxurious, but he's as much a child as are you.
His pubes may be luxurious.
What did you do? What happened between you?
We're sensitive little bitches. That's what happened between us.
None of your business. Go on now and frolic with that Lord Uncle of yours, the both of them. And don't you ever speak of him to me again. You hear me?
Okay.
Loud and clear.
So, if it depends on how much, it doesn't caramelize. Searing it, yes, that, just like dropping it on a hot pan to create the Maillard effect. Isn't that what the caramelization is called? Where the proteins turn into the brown crunchy bits.
Say, Orpheus, you wouldn't happen to...
I'm really getting tired of this fucking Orpheus. You better sing.
Woodsy type. I get the impression maybe you know each other.
What? Why, yes. I know Eurydice. Oh, I once knew her, I should say. Why ever would you ask me such a thing, my friend?
I'm sort of seeing her. It's, casual.
I saw her, mate. In Asphodel. She's doing fine up there. All on her own. The two of you used to know each other then?
We used to go acorn shopping together.
We more than knew each other, Zagreus. We were husband and wife. She was my muse. To think that we are doomed to be apart during our afterlives.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Don't you have a message I could bring to her if we should meet again? Something like that?
I do not wish to trouble her again, my friend. Speak not to her of me, all right? I have my memory of her.
All right. That's enough.
You
Sounds
can't be
good.
Serious.
The Fury Megara is under orders to prevent your passage out of Tartarus, my child. Conflict between the two of you is unavoidable. It brings me pain to have to see you fight.
Yeah, I don't think Megara is in for a lot of fun with my new powers.
Me has always put the spark in our relationship. We're going to be fine.
Oh, there she is. Hi.
We got off on the wrong foot from the start. Just what happens when you're born of Titan blood, I guess.
Just get married already,
it's
you
for
two.
The best we haven't crossed paths much since.
But they're your sisters. I mean, they're family. You must have something in common, some way of, I don't know, seeing eye to eye.
You're more my sister than they are to me, Dusa. I don't always agree with Lord Hades, but I'm thankful that they're not permitted in this house.
Hey, look, I understand.
Great.
I really do.
Cerberus, featured house servant.
Look, it's the lower one, or the one on the lower left, has his tongue hanging out.
What's new?
All right, what do we got? Oh my god. That looks like it's a pretty good deal.
What did you hear?
For 500? Yeah. I don't know why, but I feel like the rarer ones, I'm going to miss out if I spend it. But it feels like this is what I'd be missing out on.
Darkness, please.
I'm going crazy for the purple jewels. Okay. So now I have a ton to spend here. Death Defiance 1,000? Hell yeah. 3, that's the max. Now, so what is this now? Foes afflicted by 2 status curses. Okay. Bonus damage. I think this one's better.
We can't
10%.
do that yet.
All right, we got another layer to unlock too. Reset talents. Okay, that's good.
Felt that, I think.
All right, we're gonna do one more. A high ponytail like that is not easy to maintain so much. Oh, or it's pulled back real tight. Like your hair is like you're like wearing a costume because you have to like dodge the mafia or something. Yeah, I can see that if I'm understanding.
Boyo.
Hey, boyo.
If you find any coinage while you're out there, you'll be sure to pawn it off to that old Chiron. Boatman guy, use it or lose it, pal. Use it or lose it.
Tell that to my wiener. All right, come on. Okay. So what's a good one? I think. What's the acorn do? Final encounter. Forget that. 25% damage from the front. Undamaged foes. Items. %10 damage to distant foes. We'll just do the life one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and up. So it's harder to go straight up. Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Again.
But, oh yeah, so just to wrap up my thought on this, I was just, because sous vide, at least when I first heard of it, was like a fancy restaurant thing that you had to be super rich or something to have a nice, but it's actually the machines, I think mine was like $60 or something. It's just a little insert probe thingy that clamp. I use a big metal pot. You can buy sous vide tubs that are like those square plastic, you know, like that hard plastic that they use in kitchens and stuff. After your special hits, your next 2 attacks are stronger. Your special deals 50 damage when you catch it. The bull rush. Oh, so it turns into like a shot. I like this one.
He just grows stronger.
Okay. So yeah, so I, you know, enjoy different ways of cooking and stuff. So I finally checked it out, and they're not. You don't need to have a ton of skill. It's amazingly simple. Make sure your bag is sealed correctly. There's a way to like help get the air out. It doesn't have to be vacuum perfect, by the way, but you kind of load up the bag. You make sure you don't have like a big pocket in the corner or something like that. Though I doubt it would really matter if you did. And you can suck the air out, although you're inhaling raw meat air, maybe not smart. But you can close the bag almost all the way, keep it a tiny corner open, and then dip it into the water and use the water to create the pressure that forces the air up and out of the bag. So you can kind of like fold the bag into the water and then close the corner, and it's perfect. I've never felt bothered, or it's never been hard to get to work. Hi.
I'm empty.
All right. So anyway, that's all I gotta say.
All right, who's next?
Don't be afraid of it if you're a fan of cooking meats and stuff. And you can cook veggies in sous vide. It's just a temperature. It's just physics. All it is a bath of water that's at a certain degree of temperature.
I'm out.
So yeah, it's great. All the juices are still there. I pour out the juices, and it's great.
Can't do that.
But again, I don't care that much. I know I keep rambling about it. I think I'm hungry. I don't give a shit about the sear or anything. Oh, fuck. I mean, I like the sear. I'm not like against it. It doesn't matter to me. I'd rather have the center of the steak than the edge of the steak, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, that is cold.
Family, why, I think we understand something of loss now, don't we, Zacharias?
Oh, you're watching sous vide turkey videos. Yeah, like I know it's physically doable. It's more like, doesn't happen quick enough, is what I was thinking. And I'm totally not surprised that people do it. Of course, deep frying turkey is its own adventure. I've never done it. I don't think I ever will, to be honest. But I do enjoy the videos of the people who have their oil too high. They drop the turkey in, and then they're burning their deck down while their family runs away. Those are all kind of fun. Sorry, I don't give a shit. So, flicks chill. Attack is stronger. Let's try this one.
Perks you right up.
Look at that. Oh, sorry. That's never happened before. Oh, man, it happened again. You're just so hot. I can't. It's been a while. Oh, no. Oh, geez, it keeps happening. How is there so many? Seems unlikely. I would never run out. Oh man, you guys are in trouble.
Mine now.
You piss off the premature chill blaster. Sweet enough mistake. Oh, the frozen turkeys are the ones that people use in the... That's really, people drop a frozen turkey into burning... God, you gotta be an idiot. Oil is one of those low-key things that fucks people up. That where dumbasses don't realize how much power they're dealing with when they have a oil in a pan. My brother at a party was, this had to be 20 years ago. Gosh darn. And anyway, the host of the party, she was cooking something in the oil on her pan, deep frying something. And of course fucked it up, because it's really easy to screw up, to just be too hot. And splashed it or something and caused an issue. And then she reacted with water, which of course you don't do. That makes it way worse. And she set her stove on fire with the water. So a little oil bomb went off, and her wall was on fire. The cabinets above were catching on fire. The fire was starting to climb up the ceiling. It was literally going to burn the whole place down. And my brother, being the quick-thinking, level-headed, handsome Thompson that he is, ran into her bedroom, grabbed her quilt off her blanket, and probably just grabbed everything he could off the bed, and slipped, broke his wrist, and the house burned down, and everybody died. No, he brought the blanket into the kitchen and threw it over the oil pan or whatever was burning. The fire extinguished, and he saved everybody in the house. So he felt pretty good about that. And I think even if it's a nice expensive quilt, it's a very, very, very cheap price to stop a fire. So, oh my God, you ruined my quilt, you fucking asshole. Yeah, but I was about to kill everybody else's quilt too. So anyway, good on my brother. Good for him. Maybe we'll ask him about that next time he's on, if I remember, which I won't. Lucky bastard. Got to show how level-headed and smart he was in an emergency.
Tombstone then.
I'm empty.
Gone all to pieces.
Look, man, I am feeling generous right now, know what I mean? And so he's something extra potent for you. Ought to keep you going for a while longer than you're used to there.
Okay. Thanks, drunk uncle. Dash. Oh, I like that one. Gain money when you pick up or gain life, I mean. Oh, this is... Man. I'm gonna do this one. Oh shit, did I just replace? Ah, I did replace one. Fuck. As I was doing it, which one did I just lose? God damn it. I lost my chill blast. Oh well. I was having fun with that. Alright, whatever. I was going too quickly. As I was hitting the button, I saw the little swap icon. I was like, no, don't.
Colorful.
But it was too late.
Nice and cool.
So, hang on. Yes, you must be referring to the frozen turkeys. What? Then your eyebrows go back. Yeah, man. I mean, shit. With that, a hot pan, like you ever like heat up a pan and walk away and just like start to smell like something, like a really strange metallic burning smell. You're like, wait a minute, what the fuck? And they go, oh my God, I got a pan. Or you have just a super hot pan with like a little bead of water bouncing around in it. I mean, that shit is crazy. Okay, to answer your question, hang on, let me... Okay, let's get I think I bought it on mono price, which is like they sell computer cables. They're a good company. They do a good delivery job. I mean, they're probably like all corporations taking advantage of poor people who do the work. But check mono price. It's also a good place for like little electronics and stuff. I think that's where I bought it. I can look it up at the next break. I don't like that one. Restores to the threshold. That's probably good, but I'm gonna go with strong.
To my health.
But yeah, the prices are all over the place. The one I bought was around
well past your curfew, boy.
60 or 70 or 80 bucks, which I found has been well worth it. I've used it a bunch.
Oh, this is trouble. Wretch. I can't.
Idiots.
All that for 10? Earn up to 100. All right, fine. Sometimes
Sure,
why not?
What's your rush there, boy?
Back.
Worthless.
80? It's pretty good.
I'll just help myself.
Ooh, we got this thing.
What's in the pool this time?
Okay. Infernal Trove.
I'll take this one.
All right. Butternickles, if you're listening still, you're not lost in the sous vide rabbit holes, make sure you don't get one that requires you to be connected to Facebook. I remember that was a thing in the reviews. People were complaining about how you had to have a Facebook app connected to your sous vide so you could remote control it and all that shit, but you're actually just sending Mark Zuckerberg more data. It's just so creepy and weird. I hate all that stuff. I hate the passive listening devices. And I assume my cell phone and everything's probably always on listening. There's some, I don't know, maybe not. But like the rights that we have as far as when and how to access our data that's monetized are ridiculous in this country. It's just absurd. I don't need any health, so I'm going to skip that one. But we will... All right, fine.
Going in.
Yeah, the wand, it's like a heating element inside a case that has, at least with mine, it has like a little sort of plastic butt that's what touches the pan at the bottom. Although you can tighten it through this like tightening crank thingy that's like a knob. That's, if anything, that's the cheaper end, because mine's a little bit on the cheaper end. I don't like I have to do the knob a ton of rotations. It's a small detail, but that's what I would mention in my review if I were to write one.
This is for you, Master
so that's
Chaos.
a slight downside. They make probably,
and
and maybe just because I'm using a pan that has like a lip that bends out. But anyway, so then yeah, there's a heating element and a temperature sensor so it knows the temperature to maintain, and it has some kind of motor that not a motor, but some sort of pump that keeps the water moving, so the water circulates. It's not super strong, but it's certainly enough. You can see the water moving. And it's just a heater, a sensor, and a water mover. So you have to keep it, you can't run it dry. You'd be a dumbass if you did. And it's easy to set the temperatures. Here, let me just check real fast. I'm sorry, we're taking a break here. let's flip over to a different screen. Okay, hang on, and I will. Let me see if I did get it on mono price. I don't remember. It could have been Amazon. Stupid Mark Zuckerberg wants to know that he's getting all your data. I hate shit like that. All right. I mean, and I've had it for about 3 or 4 years, so the brand might be different. Let me just check my... Hold on. Returns... Okay, I did not buy mine on mono-priced, but I bought a mono-priced brand. That's funny. 800 watt immersion cooker, sous vide immersion cooker is what it says. Yeah, so they're currently used for 180 bucks, but I spent. Oh, I bought mine. Oh, I bought mine in 2019. Guess it hasn't been that long. Wow, great content streaming there, buddy. Yeah, but I like it. So I'm gonna put it.
Each spurring you toward their mountaintop. They place such value on familial bonds that none of them remember who I am. You do not place too much faith in them, O son of Hades.
All right, good job there, creep. Okay, so money goes up, special gets stronger. Look at that.
Very well.
Oh, hold on. Switching back, sorry, video game. Sorry, I'm looking at the... In Georgia. Let's just turn up the volume. Hold on CNN real fast.
To change this state and for good. Will it happen?
Hey, the Cuomo is signed on.
Over to you, Don Lemon, on the Senate side.
We got to talk about Georgia, as we've been saying, razor thin. These are really close. Thank you, Chris. The Democrats, their hope for taking the Senate really slim, but there is a narrow pathway, and it runs right through Georgia, of course. Let's get to Boris Sanchez. Boris, good evening or good morning to you, and give us the numbers. What do they tell us?
Yeah, good morning, Don. Let's go ahead and take a look at the balance of power to really illustrate.
Hi, it's me, Boris Sanchez.
Needle that Democrats have to thread to take control of the U.S. Senate. As you look at the balance of power, effectively a stalemate. 47 seats for Democrats.
All right,
one pickup in
fine.
Colorado.
Okay, whatever. I mean, it's fine. All right, back to the game. Oh, hold on. I turned the volume down on Hades. All right, should be back.
Charon's shot.
Oh, I don't have enough for both. Do the one in the middle.
I've come to offer my support. It feels
it's cheaper, but it's a
unseemly to make
gamble.
Contact from that most unpleasant boatman's stash of ill-gotten wares.
He's not an unpleasant
this was
boatman.
an opportunity.
Specialist. Oh, deflect. I love that. Yeah, but I got to be able to deflect during, as much as I don't want to give up the call.
Guessing Electo?
Electo 2020.
You've really done
Hey!
it, Zagreus. My sisters have returned. All three of us now share the same assignment.
Is it wrong of me that I'm somewhat honored to have garnered the attention of the Erinyes?
Oh, I would say it's very wrong of you indeed.
I'd be flattered to have the attention of these Instagram models.
Not now.
Marsh is not enough. supposed to be impressed?
Yes.
Wretches, now!
No, I'm going down. It's not nice.
Get him!
That deflect when they're shooting stuff is just puts it right back at them, so it's great. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm quite a fan of.
For the mirror.
Exactly. The more time we can spend staring at the mirror, the better off we will be. A random item.
What do I get?
Nail of Talos.
Should be handy. My keepsakes.
47. Alright, we'll do this.
Okay. Up we go.
That's John Ossoff in the corner there. Democrats ran him, I think in 20... Damn, what year? It was a special election. It was a big money draw because it was like the only thing going on. Because it wasn't on a usual election schedule. He's kind of a corporate toady, but he's got some skills as far as retail politicians go, but he's just another one of these Beto O'Rourke types. I think he's okay. I know. I'm sure there's issues I'd have with him if I learned more about his corporate ties and stuff like that. But he did a good job against his opponent in a debate in a video that went around in the last week or so before the election where he called the guy a crook. But, you know, he'll follow the consultant's advice and lose or something like that. But I don't know if he's officially going to be in the runoff, though. Hopefully. I do want him in compared to the Republican. Here, watch. Let's deflect this guy. See? Hit me.
Oh, yes. Good enough to eat.
Okay. Hangover gets stronger. Special stronger, or... Wait a minute. Hangover damage. Oh, I can increase it in 2 different ways. Okay. Interesting.
Powered up.
Powered up.
Which way?
So one over here. Yep. Oops. See, watch.
Don't keep me waiting.
Hit me. Hit me. See. You go ahead. I got 2 guys.
chaos boon switched to a new effect.
Sweet. Here are their vital essences in case I'm still being vessels, which bestows the centaur's power. Okay, great. A chaos boon. I don't really have much money for shopping right now. Holy shit, hold on, the walker. Hey, walker. Didn't even notice. Hold on, let me dispatch these people that are minding their own business. For those bombs. Alright.
Good enough to eat.
7 to 8. Just keep doing that one.
Sharpened my senses.
Okay. Welcome to the channel, Walker. 231, the Walker. Hello. Yeah, I want Trump to lose more than anything else, but I want Biden, I guess. Anybody's better than Trump. And then we have a lot of, at least from my perspective, we have a lot of work to try to, you know, I don't think Biden deserves any free passes whatsoever, but it's going to be a weird time. And the stress will go down, hopefully, soon. I think any country stupid enough to put someone as reckless as like Trump in charge has got a lot of problems. It's a big constellation of issues and long simmering pathologies that have existed in the American character and psyche for a very long time. That are so hopefully some healthy growth comes out of this whole experience. But it's probably going to come at the cost of a lot of stress and oh look, he's not even standing on the boat, and some violence. So how you been handling the election? Been watching it a ton, been trying to stay away from it too. Oh yeah, these two like to
The biting cold surrounding you must mean the goddess of seasons.
Your motto is to stay up till it's done. Yeah, I watch politics very closely. I've worked in digital media and shit too. Hold on a second. Casts does that. Deflect. Exposed. For 5 seconds, the victim takes. Nah, I don't care about it. But I've paid pretty close attention to politics since the mid-90s, when I was a weird teenager. So it's something I have some of a grasp on. I definitely have a lot of ignorance, though, too. I know how unread I am. I haven't done enough. I try not to put too much confidence into my opinions unless I think I can defend them. But I do have a very clear comprehension of where my politics fall, generally, on the left. Substantially. But what the hell am I rambling about? You're a teenager. Wow, you were a teenager back in the you were like negative 10 years old in the 90s. You know, it's nice that you stay up to watch it, but you don't have to go crazy watching it. It's always the same result's going to be there whether you watch it happen or not. But I mean, I fall into that a lot, where I feel like I'm missing out. I feel like I need to see it happen live. And there's something kind of exciting. I tend to watch stuff on Twitter, Twitch, with some TV stuff streaming usually. Whoa, that's my God call.
Do that.
So I know that feeling of like wanting to like stay on top of stuff and be one of the first people to see it.
Gemstones.
Meaning, like, you know, you see all the freak out when it all happens, when some news breaks or something goes down. But I also find myself getting caught up in the emotion, the stress of it too much, where I realize I'm doom scrolling, which is the new term that is probably not new to younger people. I'm an old man, and yeah, man, man, woman, just watch it if you're good with it. Why am I trying to give advice? Why do people care who wins? It does not affect anyone. Well, it does affect people. It has an enormous effect on people. It's not a great system by any stretch of the imagination, though.
I'm out.
But it matters who wins. It's a big deal. America, unlike, say, Britain, for instance, imbues its leader, its president, with a sort of a dual role of that of chief executor, or the head of the executive branch, which means that every single department of government on a national level and on a foreign policy scale is run from the presidency's office. They appoint all the cabinet positions, all that administrative state.
Can't do that.
Generally occurs. There's oversight within Congress and the committees system, but it's extremely important who's posted to those positions in the cabinet.
Not yet.
But unlike in Britain, where that job goes to one person who they call the Prime Minister, it's a parliamentary form, the kind of spiritual / cultural icon of the role of the leader is also in our president. Whereas in Britain, they have that in the Queen. They split that, basically. Now, I don't know precisely what people in Britain think about the Queen, but I know there's a range of viewpoints. Some can't stand the idea that these warlords, these obnoxious inbred group of warlords, who just happen to be the last warlord on the pile way back when, gets to live this life of luxury. But there's also a defense to be made that they bring in tourism and shit like that. So I don't want to go in too much deep on that because I'm ignorant. But the Queen and the royals sort of serve as that kind of cultural role. Whereas in America, we put that onto the president's shoulders as well as all this immense power. And it's fucked up. It's kind of stupid. I don't know what the right answer is. I'm not saying we need to get ourselves a queen or a king in addition to the president, but our president in this country is far overweighted in terms of how that office affects the culture. The media plays into that a lot too.
I see you grew your heads back.
And in the era of mass communication, it becomes more and more about messaging and sound bites, and substance tends to take a back seat to it, which is sad because people deserve better. It's a very serious thing that doesn't get taken seriously enough.
Can't do that.
Oh yeah, I can deflect all this guy's shit that he tosses. Come on, hit me, bitch! Oh, not like that. Here. If I can get him close, then... Alright, screw it. Let's just beat his ass. Alright, here we go.
I can't.
Now time for me to murder your worm bone children.
I'm empty. Not now.
Hey, wake up. Ah, crap. Did that do anything?
I'm out.
Ah, wrong button, damn it. What the hell's going on? Where's my dongle?
Don't do that.
I'm losing. I can't control my character. I gotta find my. There it is. Okay. Jesus. My wireless controller is not connecting. It's gotta be right next to it. I am doing my ass kicked.
Not now. I'm empty. Not yet. I'm out.
All right. I might be able to take this guy.
Not yet.
Come on, hit me.
I'm out.
Boom.
And don't come back.
Yeah. Well, listen. Sorry, I had to focus on that. You're not wrong for thinking it doesn't affect you. It's hard to tell sometimes how the government makes a difference, because a lot of the ways that government affects things is invisible, like pollution. Are they going to punish a company that dumps a bunch of toxic waste into a river that's going to poison a bunch of kids 50 miles downstream? Maybe. Maybe not. Depends on who's enforcing the laws. Are they going to follow through the Justice Department in pursuing CEOs who cheat employees, who do wage theft, stuff like that? There's all sorts of ways that the government has influences that are very big on other people. I happen to believe in a collectivist kind of mindset. It works for me naturally, where I don't like homelessness. You see I live in Los Angeles, so I see a lot of homeless people here, and I've lived in Chicago, and any city has tons of homeless people. And I don't see a homeless person. When I see a homeless person, I see a failed system. I see a country that doesn't look after people who need help, because we have the resources, we have the money, we have the ingenuity, we have the technology, we have the food and the homes to help those people, but what we don't have is the humanity, and that comes from government. It's the best we can do. You're either going to have and the other thing is that a positive, helpful government is a lot harder to do than one that is a sloppy, stupid mess like the one we're getting now. People don't deserve to live in a world where their humanity is challenged because the government is captured by business interests and stuff like that. So it does have a huge effect on who wins. That doesn't mean that a viewpoint that the government doesn't really do anything is necessarily wrong. It's a certain kind of privilege to be able to say, I see no difference no matter who the president is. That means that you're not on any of those knife edges where the actual harm occurs, or the actual help can occur. But it absolutely does in terms of interest rates for college loans and let's say maybe getting rid of the whole idea of having to pay for college in general, especially for public schools. Maybe, you could make a case for why private schools should be allowed to charge. Fine. It's hugely relevant. The government is the only thing that could have staved off global warming if we had a government that cared enough about it back when the earliest writings about global warming being a problem was in the 1800s. There's some blurbs about it. But back in the 60s and 70s, when industry knew what they were doing, they knew they were causing all sorts of dangerous issues. They're able to manipulate the government and to influence what you're taught at school and to influence what your teachers are allowed to say without getting in trouble or not. All that kind of stuff is government. And it works on various scales, local, regional, state, or federal. And the American government is particularly important because it is so influential throughout the world. It sets policies everywhere in terms of trade deals, not just in the actual details of trade, but also, like, for instance, we export our drug policy. Our maniacal war on drugs is a racist political tactic that has worked extremely effectively to oppress people. But we have attached our morals to trade deals throughout the last 50, 60 years, requiring that countries have to also have a similar stance on drugs in their nation. We have nuclear weapons. We have 700 military bases throughout the world, none of which have anything to do with your freedom or my freedom. They're all about maintaining a military presence in other countries in order to ensure that corporations have access to cheap labor and minerals, and governments that can be intimidated. That is to say, we killed a few people in your factory because we didn't do any safety measures. Well, guess what? Why don't you and the Minister of Finance come over to this yacht? And me and a few friends are going to entertain you there. We'll have one of these Jeffrey Epstein contacts of ours meet us on a helicopter, and we'll make the problem go away. Or you'll make the problem go away, and no one will be any the wiser that we had to dig a mass grave. So it matters. It's a big fucking deal. It sucks that it seems to take so much attention, but that's because America has been driven mad by complacency for many, many years. We've been taught that our country just don't pay attention, let the adults, let the guys in suits, and by the way, we'll let women vote. Okay, you know what? We'll let black people vote now that they passed some civil rights laws in the 60s. And there's all sorts of ways that it's been, progress has been slowed down over the decades. Because the powers that be benefit from the way things are. And that's actually one of the reasons why it looks like nothing really changes, is because the primary, and this is just my opinion, but I believe in all my years of watching this shit, that the primary role of a president, especially one who adheres to the current economic order of capitalism and corporatism, is to slow change down, is to prevent things from changing too quickly, which is why they're not going to give us Medicare for all, because that would be disruptive to entrenched corporations that are already making shit tons of money off of it. So anyway, that's what I'm telling you. Everyone in my family, when I ask if I'm a Republican or a Democrat, say I act like the middle for some reason. What party is the middle one?
Yeah, might as well.
That was ill-advised.
Moderate isn't a party. There's no moderate party. There's no organizing infrastructure or fundraising infrastructure for moderate. But there is a notion of I think it's a very simplistic model, because I don't think that things necessarily are this get 'em chariot of gold discs. What am I trying to say? Of centrism and people trying to be in the middle and people thinking rationally that, if I just look at what I've been taught is the extreme on one side and what I've been taught is the extreme on another side. And as long as I sort of stake out some territory in the middle, and if I apply my critical thinking, or at least what I think my critical thinking is, to asking tough questions to both sides, then I am actually the reasonable one in this case. I think that's I don't know if that's how you're thinking. I'm not trying to suggest I do know how you're thinking, but I think that's a phase of gathering your bearings in terms of finding a political identity that makes sense to you, and what resonates with your values and what you believe a government and a society should be. I believe a society should be for workers and for people, everybody, but like workers make up the vast preponderance of people. It should be run democratically by people who work. as well as people who can't afford or who need help too. I'm not trying to say that only people who work deserve to have health care or something like that. I think that's absurd, because there's a lot of folks in the world who, for whatever reasons, can't quote unquote contribute. I don't like that we value people based on how they make their money or stuff like that. That whole question of, hey, so what do you do is very indicative of a country that has been trained to assess each other's status based on what kind of cog in the capitalist machine they are. I'm just rambling, by the way. I kind of forget what I'm talking about here. Oh, but moderation. Yeah, like, you don't have to have a jersey right now. You're only 13. It's fine if you do. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that I pride myself, and I would offer this as advice. What do they say? What's the word I'm looking for? We'll do Athena's aid here. I'm a unsolicited, that's the word, unsolicited advice guy. Don't think of it as you picking up which flag to put on your wall because you feel like that's what people do. Think of it as you're in a information gathering phase. You're just trying to understand. It's okay if you believe you do. I went through many periods of abundant confidence in terms of what I thought, how I knew the world worked. So it's okay to be like that and be open-minded to having your beliefs challenged. And sorry, I'm just trying to. Yeah, we gotta restore some health here. All this rambling and getting my ass kicked. Deal 50%. Striking damage. I don't know how much of this behind hitting I do. Probably quite a bit. And the other thing is history. Just learn. It's really important to ground any kind of political understanding in what's already happened in the past. There's a reason America doesn't do a great job teaching history.
Pleasure doing business.
Or teaching in general. Not that it's not possible to get a good education in this country, but it's not like in Finland where they banned private schools, which is a way of forcing everybody to use one system, which means that they made one system very, very good for everybody. That's preferable, in my opinion. Why did I go off on that one? I don't remember.
May I help you? I'm empty.
But history. So yeah, like it's super important. So anyway, yeah, there you go.
I'm out.
I think people like to be confident. I think it's nice to have an explanation. And a quick and easy way of explaining how the world works that
not yet
can be comforting in a way that like a religious narrative can be comforting, but often leaves out a lot of detail, a lot of history, and a lot of nuance. And so that's right, that's what I was saying earlier. I pride myself on being persuadable. I think that's something people need to do more of, is to say, listen, I have my beliefs, I feel I can strongly defend them, but I also am open-minded enough to say I would be embarrassed to be so stubborn that new information, if credibly, if you have to assess the credibility of things, I think people trust information way too quickly. Oh, I like the attack hits twice one.
Nice and steady.
So there you go. Yeah, 13. Dude. I just call everybody dude. History is boring. History in school sucked. History was so boring. When I remember being in school. The teacher, I had different teachers, of course, but God, over and over, and they make you memorize all this stupid shit, and it's just like,
You bested the champion.
I'm old. I'm 40, right? So I was a kid in the 80s. And, so school was in the 80s and in the 90s. And so these days, I know you have a lot more digital presence, like iPads and computers and shit. We had VCR. God, I'm so old. It's so embarrassing. Right, let me get a shit this guy has to say. He's going to kick his ass. Get out of here.
I can't.
All right, let me just pay attention.
Can't do that.
He doesn't know what to do. Is that supposed to hurt him, or is that just defensive? Good.
Not now. I'm empty. Can't do that. I can't. Not yet.
Stand down.
That's right.
You are a worthy challenger. Most welcome here. Until we meet again.
Most welcome. Do you want to get some lemonade? I know a great place. There's always a long line because it was on diners, drive-ins, and dives once.
Greatest wars require great alliances, my kin. And so I shall entrust to you some of the greatest methods of destruction I've devised thus far.
All right, give me some greatest methods of destruction here. Blade dash, drunken dash. Nah, I don't think I want to get rid of that. Does this mean it becomes that? Actually, that's after slaying, though. All right, try that. So let's see. Sorry, the walker there. I had to kill the Minotaur. There's a lot of history to this, what we're playing right now. I'm not saying this is like a great history education, but everything, like a lot of this stuff, sources from the past. Human beings have been doing shit for a very long time. So there's all sorts of crazy stories to be told. So history is entertainment, if you want to think of it like that. I'm not saying it's only to be understood as entertainment, but like it can be extremely interesting. It is storytelling. The history that you're teaching in school, there's probably some decent stuff there. It doesn't mean that everything they're teaching you is completely correct or completely comprehensive. I'm not saying that they're poorly motivated, but it's just that it's not the only way for you to ingest these kinds of stories and this sort of stuff. Because, yeah, it is boring and it's tough at that age. Don't worry. I mean, you don't have to feel like you need to understand everything all at once. It's a lifelong process. Seriously. I would say, though, be open to the idea of your own ignorance when you and everything that's happening nowadays in terms of the way the political patterns are going through, where one side seems to want to be using more violence and they're imposing the police as a means to protect property at the expense of hurting people, at the expense of taking away people's rights. These are not new. They might seem new because the news tends to not go into deep history, but these are patterns that are repeated through all over and over. Butter Nichols is right. Yeah, history and context is much more interesting when you meet more people and learn their stories. It becomes much more real and sort of more effed up, which kind of gives it more validity. Yeah, 100%. And the other thing too that you kind of get from like just an incurious standard school history is this sense that all history happened in the past and that your existence is detached from all of those stories. And that's not true. That's not true at all. It's a useful thing to train people to believe because the more you understand history, the more you can contextualize current politics, the more you realize how utterly ridiculous a lot of this shit is, and it does not need to be this way. The more you think for yourself, the more the powers that be will have to deal with someone who is going to challenge them. Doesn't mean that you're going to be the next Martin Luther King, but maybe you'll think about starting a union at your job someday. Or maybe you'll ask a question to someone who in a position of power that's not all that interested in your thought or your question. And history empowers you. All education does. And you don't have to be, you might not take to certain aspects of it, but there's certainly a truth to the fact that you're living history right now. Someday in the future, someone will talk about your story, the story of the people of America right now, as just as distant as they would want us to think that the folks who lived in the 30s were, or the 1870s, or the 1840s, right? Just fold back a few generations, and it seems like it's all ancient, and it's not even worthy of our attention. But it really is, because it's how we understand the patterns that are repeating over and over. And that generally means power dynamics between different groupings of people. Slavery is a massive part of American history, but it also goes back very, very far into human history throughout everything. It's a very effective, and I'm not saying that to defend it, I'm saying that stealing people's labor and forcing them to work for nothing, essentially the only cost is that you have to feed them and give them a place to sleep, but you can completely control their bodies and control their, it's a brutal thing, and it was woven into American society from the very beginning. But it's also been something present in in human history, probably since shortly after the dawn of agriculture 12,000 years ago.
Still toiling around,
and it's sad. It sucks. Like, a lot of history is kind of a bummer too. If you care about people. I tend to look at the world from the perspective of the victimized and the underdogs. The people with less power are the ones that my heart goes out to.
Slowing me down.
Because I think suffering is unnecessary. I think life is hard enough. In the very best possible life, you're still gonna know you're gonna die, and you know all your friends are gonna die, and people you love are gonna die. The older ones first, if you're lucky. But you're gonna also lose a friend or two, and you also have heartbreak. Like there's just so much grief and agony in just like in a good life that I don't think we should have a world with all this amazing technology and ingenuity where we don't solve most of the pains of life. So I'm not naive enough to think that that'll ever... Okay, so replenish my death defiance. Okay, hold on. That it's going to switch enough in my life to make much of a difference for the next 10 encounters. Attack is better. We'll just do the health one. I think that's a good investment. Thanks, pal. Did I give him the thing? Can I? I don't have any. So I'm just rambling about it all right now, though. Thanks for asking some smart questions. I think what's sad, and even if your current classes aren't really floating your boat right now, you have the power, the agency to find things you're on your own, and you don't have to do it all right now. I mean, hell, you're like 13 years old is a real weird ass time to be alive, especially during this pandemic, dealing with your parents, dealing with these goddamn phones, everything, all that shit. It's a lot, and it's lonely probably a lot of the time, that age. So it's not like you have to become some history master right away. But I would just say this, like, just hold on to curiosity if you have some. You don't have to answer all your questions right now, but you can always be prideful of the fact that you're willfully curious, and
what now?
And that means a healthy skepticism in terms of trusting what you read and what you are exposed to, so that you can kind of assess things. Because there's really no one truth that will always be the exact answer you need. Some things are more accurate than others, but it's about kind of establishing a baseline of trust that is grounded in like verifiable reality, but don't give away your trust too quickly.
Fully understand just how precarious
So
your
there you go.
situation is, cousin.
I should
Lord
be
Dionysus here. He goes
someone's
about as though
uncle.
this is
I'm
a
actually
festive
several people's
matter of
uncle.
some sort.
Oh, a deadbeat uncle. Some members of our family don't yet fully understand just how precarious your situation is, cousin, my lord. Yeah, or today history is tomorrow's history.
Discovering a long-lost relative isn't a cause for celebrating right away. I mean, you can't be telling me a thing like that. Because if Zag isn't a cause for feasting, I don't know what is.
Alright. Faux projectile speed reduced. Huh. I mean, it's green. It means it's gotta be amazing. We gotta do this one.
Thanks, YouTube.
Thanks, YouTube.
What's for sale?
Okay. Undamaged. I'm gonna not do the health because I only need 10, and I might be able to save the 150 for a purchase here at Kohl's. Wait. Oh, duh. I thought I was gonna spend 150 coins to get 150 coins. I was like, why would I do that? Let me do this one.
Hey man, what is new?
Hey brother, what's up? Hangover effects makes them slower. Does it stack? Yeah, it stacks up to 5 times. Okay. Hey.
No urns permitted in this chamber. Time for the main event.
Aha, the fiend comes crawling back once more, drawn as he is.
These guys are in
much like
trouble.
The unassuming moth unto the flame of righteousness.
Oh no, not the flame of righteousness. Are you finished? Let's get this started. I've come a long way.
Hear that, Asterius? Our fiendish visitor is begging us for mercy. Begging us, no doubt, to drop our guard. Together now, my friend, let's vanquish him, and may the glory of Olympus guide us.
Yeah.
Not now.
Take that tree. It's not even a tree. Giant flower pot or something.
Victory is certain here.
I'm empty.
What is the matter, fiend? Is your weak sense of resolve already shaken?
Ah, damn it.
I swear I'll get you yet.
I'm just trying to keep him with hangover, basically. And... Ah. Whoa.
Not yet.
Lady Artemis, make my strength be true. You truly think you shall withstand our unsurpassable bullhorn technique?
I'm empty.
I am not finished yet.
I can't.
Ah.
Never.
If I can get away with one of those, it'd be pretty good. that? Is that a thing I can pick up?
Don't do that.
It's gonna be close. I'm being a little sloppy though. I'm not protecting myself all that well. Alright, one's down. There we go. Yeah. 150. That's pretty good.
Me, my good shade.
What? No lecture from my father? Oh boy! Look what you're doing. What are you doing to me? All right. So, let's see. Still got 3 death defiances. That's awesome. Yeah, I think I should hang on to it just because that's pretty darn useful. Zeus things. Yeah, it's fine. Did I already look at this? Yeah, nothing I can do. And I don't want to sell anything. Here we go.
Almost to the top.
So just let you know this will be my last. I'm not doing another attempt after this. I can't feel my butt anymore. And I think my volume's low, right? I'm coming in pretty quiet. I've got it up quite a bit. But you guys are probably already adjusted to it. That's fine. What the hell's going on? What's in this room here? Money? But like, that's it? Just some... Am I supposed to do anything? Alright. Right? Like, that's weird that there's just a room where there's just nothing. Maybe it's just like the antechamber to my boy Sirius, or Cerberus.
That's quite a stash there, Charon.
This guy. Oh.
Curing water.
Jeez, this is like trapped in a cage with a giant rat. Okay. That beat the crap out of me. Is that like a hole? This corner thing looks weird, doesn't it? Anyway. Alright, well that was a mess. So I'm just gonna hit them and go away. Just like let my little boons work.
I'm out.
Alright, I didn't lose anything there.
No thanks.
Take a little hit of the curing. Oh god.
Don't do that. I'm empty.
And, yeah. Heal, heal. I am clearly missing some relevant information and skill to handling those encounters. I mean, I didn't lose too much from that one. You're watching a guy despine a turkey. Yeah, that can get a little intimate. Good information though, like deboning chicken and stuff, man. That stuff. Most of the stuff I know how to cook is because of tutorials. Although I did used to watch food TV just about all the time, like almost nothing else. I mean, obviously other shit, but like it was one of my mainstays. So I gotta get used to using the trap. I can stand on it, except for standing in the bomb. Don't they have a puddle that cures me of the bomb? Of the slicing? Okay, what's going on here?
Not now. Not yet.
Nice job there, dumbass. Oh, I'm doing horrible. These enemies are tough though, man. They're just taking tons of damage. Oh, these little tiny rats. Dope. Oh, this is brutal.
Last chance.
I like that call, the protective thing, but it doesn't seem to really... It's not a damage. It's just a defensive. And I kind of feel like the time to use it is... At least the time I can conceptualize.
That's for last time.
Is jeez, so easy to forget that you're. I knew exactly as I saw it happening. Brutal. I was kind of sloppy with that. Okay. Well, that was fun. Thanks for dialing in. Thanks for giving us a try there. The Walker 231. It's been nice spewing my nonsense at you. That's very very polite of you to. But hang in there. Everything's going to be okay. Stay curious. Be proud that you can be persuaded. Here's the trick. Here's what I'm getting at. Being persuadable will make you persuasive. That's what's important. Not that it's all about persuading people, but it is. It's healthy and good. And anyway, Butternickels, you've been an absolute peach. I hope that's a compliment. I can't tell anymore. Good luck with your turkey. Keep me updated. I mean, don't email me. That's a weird thing to email me about. But next time I'm on. Yeah, all the mechanisms, right? Yeah, like I know, like whenever they have that sound of like stone, you know, in movies, where it's like that stone rubbing against stone noise. Have you ever dragged stone? It is heavy. It does not like to overcome friction easily. All these mechanics, the Indiana Joneses and the Nathan Drakes of the world, the Laura Crofts, the Hades' guy, whatever this guy's name is, none of it works like that. But that's okay, because there wouldn't be any movies or video games if they were realistic. But yeah, decades and decades to build and make. There's some really great Egyptian history stuff. There's a British guy named what's his name? That's not his name. He's dead. They made him in like the 90s, but they're beautifully filmed and they're really instructive. Larry? Duh. No. Go ahead. You can email me if you'd like. But what the fuck? Anyway, there's this Egyptian series of this British presenter, and he does just great, interesting stuff where he expands his he talks about all the different, like, the Americans learn this, the Germans learn this, the British, like, so like he's not only giving you like one authoritative perspective, which I really, really value. And he seems like a pretty good, smart guy. Fuck. Wish I could remember his name. Why am I rambling? So many turkey picks. Believe me, I'm already imagining them all. I'm sure they're perfect. Golden brown, sous videing them in a giant bag, in a garbage bag. Okay, that's good. That's good. I got to sign off. I need to get into bed and watch Star Trek Enterprise until unconsciousness grants me yet another moment of temporary relief from the agony that is daily life. But thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I'm actually going to play us out with a little bit of music. We're not going to do CNN. That's the worst song in the world. Like I said, hold on. Here we go. Wait for it. Oh my God, I got to organize all this shit. I have so many things to pick from here. Oh, no wonder it's on the wrong thing. This is what I want. Thanks for watching. This has been fun. Here we go with some nice, gentle music. You guys be safe. Take care of yourself. Orange versus Onion 2020 is almost over. Good night. Good night, Butternickels. Good night, The Walker 1232231. Good night, everybody else in the world. May all your dreams be pleasant and your nightmares be sex. No, don't be. I just realized kids watch this now. Can't. Don't fuck this up, Hank. They'll get banned like Indiana. Good night, everybody. Love y'all. You're worth a lot. You have value. I'll talk to you next time.